Are you excited about Markham Youth being involved in the Change the World Volunteer Challenge for the 5th year?
Actually, I'm very excited because I think it's one more initiative that the youth in Markham can show how much they care about their community and care about their world. And I was very impressed with the amount of activity that they got involved with in terms of the challenge, and also very impressed what they do every week in Markham in terms of the volunteering they commit to their community.
Did you know that the Markham Youth put in over 2,000 volunteer hours last year?
Now, I didn't know that, but it doesn't surprise me because as mayor I can tell you I get a chance to go into high schools and elementary schools. I get invited to special events that are organized by youth in the community. I get to see firsthand also the Mayor's Youth Task Force and the many activities they organize here. So it doesn't surprise me that it's 2,000 hours that they've committed. And that's the one thing that I have to say. I think the youth in this community really serve as an inspiration to all of us because they've demonstrated they are the global citizen. They care about their own backyard. When it comes to the environment, they're out there planting trees, and I know they did that for the challenge. They also volunteer to raise money for charities, and I know during the challenge they were able to collect a lot of food for the food bank. They had a special fashion show that they were able to collect food for, and they also serve just to help people in our community. And as part of the challenge, I know they went and served tea at the Unionville Home Society. And I think that's wonderful because it really cheers up a senior who's in one of those homes, and I think it does a tremendous thing in linking the youth with our seniors as well. So those are things that happen in our own backyard. I want to ask you a question. Did you know that high schools in York Region raise the most money for the Stephen Lewis Foundation to help kids with AIDS in Africa? And this is the type of accomplishment and achievement that we're seeing from young people in our community. We've also seen youth in our communities start organizations that are helping to fund building schools in poor countries, helping kids get books, food, the basics for life. And this is what I think is absolutely wonderful. Today we see the youth engaged at every level, in their own backyard, in their own neighborhood, raising money for charities, helping the environment, and helping people from around the world.
And how do you think volunteering in your community can help the youth?
Well, you know what? I can honestly say that I wouldn't be standing here today as the mayor of Markham if it wasn't for the time that I volunteered as a young person. It gave me a chance and opportunities that I would never have if I just waited for a job to come up or someone to come and ask me. So that volunteering certainly happened in the community. We used to organize wheelchair hockey games at Participation House, and the residents always used to beat us. They were a lot better than we were. I started volunteering in my high school, helped out in raising money as well for various things in the community when I was in my teens. And that gave me an incredible opportunity and experience that I never would have had, or I would have had to wait many more years until I got into the workforce to get some of that experience, to organize events, to learn really how to become a leader. How do you take charge? What does it take to motivate people and get them working towards a common cause? So these volunteering opportunities give young people a tremendous advantage. And in fact now, when you look at what universities are looking for, never mind even your first job, when you apply for universities, many of the questions in university applications, tell us about things that you've done to volunteer. And we're lucky because in Markham, there's lots of opportunities to volunteer. I talked about the local charities, how to help the environment. Certainly coming up with us in Markham, we're going to have the Pan Am Games. It's going to be a wonderful opportunity for young people to volunteer in their own community and meet other young people from around the world. So lots of opportunities within Markham. We're fortunate as a community because some people just don't have those opportunities. They perhaps live in remote communities that don't have as many things going on and not as a dynamic community as Markham. And we're very fortunate that we get to have that here. And we also get to learn and volunteer with people who've come from other parts of the world. That is a tremendous advantage for us because, again, not everyone across Canada and in many parts of the world, they wouldn't have those opportunities to interact with people who have a different culture, different language, different food. And we are able to share that together right here in our community. And that bodes well for the future, because young people from all over the world have gone to school together, volunteered, learned together, and that's going to make for some incredible leaders for Markham, for Ontario, and for Canada.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.